Thank you so much for watching my video today. Today I have a couple easy crafts that can be used for elementary school, and they're going to use puzzle pieces. Now, I picked up this puzzle really cheaply at a thrift store for $1. You can get a brand new one at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. These puzzle pieces are a little bit larger, but you can certainly get a puzzle that has smaller pieces. And the good thing is, I would suggest getting one that is used, because even if you're missing a few pieces, we're already going to take some of the pieces from it. So it would be great to use it, and that way it doesn't have to go in the landfill. So I did this little handout. I did it just on Word. Word has a blank puzzle piece that I just copied and pasted. I put it around in a circle. We're going to be making a puzzle piece wreath. So I quickly just went ahead and put these as a placement so that the kids can kind of get an idea of what they're doing to start off. And then I put God fits everything together just right. That's the lesson that we taught. And we know all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to his purpose. Romans 8:28. You can certainly do this with as a homeschool or without the Bible verse. You could put finding where you fit or fitting in together. There are so many different ways that you can do and teach kids that we're all supposed to fit together and not have cliques. There are many different lessons you can teach. So with this, each kid, you can give it on computer paper. You can print this off in cardstock, and then they're just going to layer the puzzle pieces on and glue as they go. I just had plain Elmer's glue. This is going to take a little bit of time to dry after we put them on, but that is okay. Go ahead and get this open. Now, these puzzle pieces that I picked are primarily pinks and purples. So if you have some guys, maybe get a puzzle piece that has some reds and blues and greens. That way their wreaths, their puzzle piece wreaths, don't seem too girly. This is a very kind of girly puzzle. So we are just going to go ahead and layer these puzzle pieces. As you can see, it really doesn't matter what the puzzle pieces are, because no one's going to really see the subject matter. All right, layer this around. I'm going quicker because I've not done this before, but the kids are definitely going to take a little bit more time making sure all their puzzle pieces are just right. You can get really creative if you have some older children. We did this 1st through 5th, and some of them liked kind of color coordinating, making it a color wheel so that they were maybe pinks and purples, and then yellows and oranges to reds to blues to greens, and that way there was a little bit more interest and dimension to this puzzle. So this is a great simple little craft. It's cheap, it's easy, and it just goes to reinforce the lesson. It's something that the kids can take home and remember that God works everything all together for good. This would be a great project for a VBS or a summer camp where it doesn't take a lot of skill, it doesn't take a lot of time, but it comes up with a really pretty craft. All right, I'm going to add a little bit more glue to this one. So then you can just go ahead after they're done, set it aside and let it dry, and then they can take their wreath home and hang it up in their bedroom, on the fridge, wherever, to remind them of the lesson that they were taught. Another thing, if you have older kids and you wanted them to do it without this paper and just glue it in a wreath, they certainly could. I would suggest putting some parchment paper down and that way if you glue it to the parchment paper at the end, the parchment paper will peel right off so that they're not gluing and get it accidentally stuck on the table. But definitely try this if you wanted to do this for Christmas and do a Christmas wreath with red, white, and green. Get a puzzle that has those primary colors. Then when you make a wreath, it'll turn out very Christmassy, and that would make a great little door hanging or even to hang on the Christmas tree. Another quick project we can do is actually make a picture frame. So I have this little picture frame of the class, and what we're going to do is we're going to lay the puzzle pieces out, and we're going to lay one layer flat, and we're going to put them right up against each other. We're going to lay these pieces out in the shape of our picture. So make sure that the picture can go right in the middle, but you do want these pretty close together. All right, so once we have the first layer down, we are going to go ahead and start building the second layer. You want to add a little bit more glue onto these. All right. So we are just making a puzzle piece picture frame. By the time you're done, you want to make sure that the second layer covers and attaches all the others. So there's not really enough room over here to lay it flat, so we're going to actually go ahead and glue a third layer on there. I think I just need a couple more. Whoop. Over here. All right, make sure that's all glued down. You can make as many layers. I would want to be able to hang up this picture frame, so we're gonna do a few more layers. Lots of glue on here. So because of the amount of glue that we're putting, we are definitely going to need to let this dry for a little bit. So let's go ahead. I'm going to stop right there. I'm going to leave this to dry. If you're doing this in a classroom, you can definitely come back the next day and finish it. So maybe have a couple trays that everyone can put their picture frame on. But we're going to stop right here, and I'll show you how we're going to finish this picture frame once it's dry. We are back to finish the last puzzle piece. Here we go. I set it down. It's dried. Now that we have our little puzzle piece picture frame, you can see on the back. And what we're going to do is we are just going to go ahead and glue a picture. I've got a picture of one of the classes from our Bible club. What we're going to do is we're just going to take some glue, and we are going to glue around the outside edge. Let's get this opened a little bit more. There we go. We're going to take our picture, put it in there, flip it around to make sure, yeah, you can see everyone in there. Perfect. And then I have some yarn. We are going to use this yarn to make a quick hanger. Here we go, by the end. A quick hanger for our picture frame. So right here you can see that this is the top. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here to put this one down a little bit more, a little bit tighter. Whoop. Move that around to make sure it's still centered. All right, and then we are just going to go ahead loop, a couple things of glue, you can maybe put a little bit more if you think it needs some more. So this is the second step. Once the picture frame or the puzzle pieces have dried, then you're going to come back and glue the second step, which is the picture and the hanger. And what you will get at the end is this cute picture frame that you can hang up on your door, on a mirror, and have it there for all your kids.